Hello and welcome to our MS Project Professional tutorial. My name is Zangi from QuantBuild.co.ke. In this video tutorial, we will be discussing lags and lead time. I will show you how to factor in the lag and the lead time in a Microsoft Project Professional. And at the end of the video, you should be able to work in any kind of a project by including lags and leads. So I'll start by defining what a lag is. And a lag can be defined as the delay of a successor activity, and this represents the time that must pass before the predecessor activity can begin. So an example is, let's say we have task A which has to be completed for task B to start. Now if task A delays for 5 days, that means that 5 days is the lag, and it represents now the delay of task B, which is the successor. In this project that we have here, let's take a look at the activity number 3 and number 4, and this activity is finalize the design, and the other activity is customer acceptance. So here we are looking at completion of the design, which has to get finished for the customer acceptance activity to start. But if you look at customer acceptance, the way it relates to design finalization is just that the day that design ends with no time, the customer has accepted the project, which in real time, that's not what happens. What happens is that design is complete, the customer is looking at the design, is evaluating the design, is questioning the design, and then if they find that it fits their requirements and it really is as they had described it to the designer, that is when they accept it. So there's always that period when they are looking at the designs and synthesizing the ideas and making a decision. So what I'm saying is that maybe we can have a delay in the start of customer acceptance. So what I will do, I will click on the task to select it, then I'll right click and select this option, information. I'll get this task information pop up, and I'll go to the predecessors tab, and we have finalized design as the predecessor, and the type of relationship that is there is a finish to start. So I want this customer acceptance to delay for 5 days. So I'll come to this lag column. You see days written here. I'll click on the up arrow like this, then I'll delay this activity by 4 days. Enter. You will see 4 days, then click on OK. After clicking OK, you see here between design finalization and customer acceptance, there has been created a lag, and this arrow shows the relationship. So if you look at this lag, we have a delay, 4 days delay, but there are some gray days here, which is Sunday and Saturday, and they are marked as non-working days in our calendar. let's say these 4 days was to exclude the non-working days. This means that we will need to increase the duration of the delay so that those days are also covered. So go back to information, predecessor, and then because we have 2 days for the weekend which is non-working, I will have this as 6 days, and in the real sense we have a 4 non-working days delay in the start of customer acceptance. So this lag works when we have a finish to start relationship between activities, when we have a start to start relationship, when we have a start to finish relationship, and when we have a finish to finish relationship between 2 tasks. Now note that it applies in all types of task dependency and predecessor relationships. We go to the next, which is lead. And lead is, or rather can be defined as the acceleration of a successor activity. Acceleration in terms of, for example, if we have task A which has to end for task B to start, and the way they relate is that the resource requirements and monetary allocations and all those other factors are allowing us to be able to start task B when task A is happening. So what we do is we start, we have the predecessor activity running. It runs, let's say, up to 75%. Then at that time now we are comfortable with starting the successor activity. So what that happens is, let's say in this project, I'll give you an example of this task: installing pond pump and piping, task number 25, which relates to 26, installation of pump electrical supply. Let's say pump electrical supply includes all those wirings and electrical related stuff, and we have a pool specialist working on it. So the way to do it is right click on this task, select down here information, go to predecessors. As you can see, we have a finish to start a type of a relationship. So here under lag, let's say I want this to start 5 days earlier. I will write 5 days, click on enter, then press OK. So what I have done is I've introduced a lag, but you're supposed to introduce a lead time. So predecessor, where we have the lag, this should be a negative value. So when it is a negative value, that now means the task is going to start earlier than scheduled. So you can see it here in our work breakdown in our Gantt chart. You have this relationship remaining, but this task is going to start 5 days earlier than scheduled. So that's how to factor in lags and lead time in a Microsoft project. And before we end the video, I just want to show you a quick way of doing it. Let's take the last 2 tasks. We have this arrow that is showing the relationship. If you want to introduce a lag, you can just double click you've seen what I've done. I've double clicked on that arrow that is showing the relationship. Then I have the task dependency pop up showing the type of relationship, and here we can be able to add our lag. Click on OK and it will be just done very fast. So that's it. That's how to factor in lags and lead time in Microsoft Project Professional when you are doing a project scheduling. I am hoping this video has been helpful to you. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Until next time, keep improving, keep working, keep practicing. Cheers.